Hello, Lovebugs. Welcome to another episode of Girls Night. Today's guest is someone I know kind of well. He is my little brother. He's a born and raised Colorado guy who works alongside our dad running their family-owned excavation company. When he's not on the job site, you'll probably find him out adventuring with his dog Scout, enjoying the outdoors, or navigating the Denver dating scene, which, as many of us know, has a reputation. So, everybody, welcome to the podcast, my brother Paul.
Woo! What's up, G?
Sup?
What's up, guys?
Hi, everyone. Life can get a little crazy, so let's talk about it. If you're ready to dive deeper, talk about what really matters, and feel a little more empowered, then you're in the right place. I'm your host, Carly Doxtator. I'm a life coach, baker, dog mom of two, and you're always there for you gal pal. And I'm so excited to have you join me. So grab your fuzzy socks, put on your comfy pants, and let's have girls' night.
You can probably hear my dog out there barking. That's Scout.
Yeah, all the dogs are here. So if there's dogs in the background, then we'll do our best. But can't guarantee that that's not going to happen.
We're dog people, for sure.
So, Paul, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I mean, I guess you just did it. There's the podcast. We're done.
We're done.
Yeah, like you mentioned, I work with my dad and my mom, and that's been very cool. We're growing the company to like bigger than it's ever been, and that's just really exciting. I'm excited to see where that takes us, and I just know that that's going to be cool, like because they're getting older, and I'm going to appreciate these moments. I know that working with your family sometimes like it gets a bad rap and all that, but for me, you just got to kind of deal with it because there'll be moments that I'm grateful for in the future, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To expand on that a little bit, so my mom does more of the office work. They have an excavation company, which that's like you dig holes and stuff. You do like ground stuff.
Dig holes. You use the bucket.
You use the bucket,
Use
the
some dirt.
tractors. But so my mom does a lot of the office stuff, and my dad started this company probably almost like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Even probably more than 30 years ago. They work in the mountains, but my dad and my brother work directly together a lot, like on the job sites and quoting things, stuff like that. So, Paul, can you talk a little bit more about some of the challenges that you face kind of with that dynamic of taking over a company and how you guys are still working together on that?
Yeah, I mean, there's challenges for sure just because Dave and I are both very hard-headed. He's stuck. I wouldn't say stuck, but he definitely has his old way of doing things, whereas I have like a new way of doing things. And if we're both on the job site together, it's like just button heads like crazy. But it's been nice because he's kind of taken a step back a little bit and kind of just let me do my own thing. And it's been great because this year's going to be our best year yet. And other challenges is just like learning how more of the commercial side and stuff goes. You know what I mean? Because there's more, just more of everything, more problems, more you got to learn.
Hmm.
You
More
know,
regulations and stuff that you
right.
have to follow.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like so this company that they started, usually it's just been residential. So for everybody that's listening, that's like houses, personal houses and homes, stuff like that. But commercial is more so those really big projects with businesses. So you can think like apartments and townhomes and like giant like site developments where you're preparing a whole site for something. And so, talking about what you just talked about with the challenges with dad from a third perspective, because I'm a third party in this. I'm not really involved in that business at all. I just kind of get the perks
She
of
gets
them
all the
working
drama.
together sometimes. And I get the gossip and I get the tea afterwards from everybody. But I think something from a third perspective is that Paul, you do have a lot of really good and like forward thinking ideas. And I think you are correct that like dad has some more old school ways of doing things. But I think it's part of it is like finding that balance where like dad has been doing it for 30 years, and so there is a lot of knowledge there. And just finding a balance between like the new way of doing things and the knowledge that you have intrinsically for yourself and what
Mhm.
you're learning, but also balancing that with the knowledge that dad can like teach you and pass on to you and just finding that balance. So
He don't know. Come on.
whatever.
He didn't learn anything in 30 years. Get out of here.
But I think it's that balance. And I think for anybody else who is in a similar situation where they're in a family business or they're starting their own business, there is balance like that.
Mhm.
So how have you kind of helped yourself to get to that place?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely just told myself like he is my dad and he has been doing this for 30 years. As much as you hate to say it, there is things that he knows better than me. I mean, and Joan too. She has input to her. It's just like they've lived a whole life. They have so much experience, let alone not even in the company, but just life experience that can help in the company that I guess I'm gonna have to listen to and learn from a little bit.
Help in the long run, but I think both are like valid points, And for everybody who's listening, our dad is Dave and our mom is Joan. I'm gonna be calling them mom and dad, but Paul calls them Dave and Joan ever since they really started like working together. Just because like when you're on a job, it sounds better to say like Dave instead of
Yeah.
daddy.
I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, Daddy, what do I do right now?" That doesn't look too great.
But it really threw me off when you first started doing that. I was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you calling him Dave and Joan?
Yeah,
I'm used to it now, but we're talking about the same people when he says Dave and Joan and I say mom and dad.
yeah, yeah.
Hi, Gabby.
Sorry about Scout. He's all antsy. I didn't take him on his morning walk today, so full energy.
Full of
We
energy,
love it
cooped up in the house.
though. Yeah, he wants to be on the podcast. He's got stuff to say. Okay, enough.
So you live in Denver, but you work up in the mountains. Can you talk a little bit about those different aspects of Colorado and what your preference is? And
It's cool because I kind of get the best of both worlds. Like I get to work in the mountains and all that, and then I get like the nightlife of the city, which I really love. Like Hannah, Montana, I get the best of both worlds up in here. But and that's just something really cool about Denver because it does have everything you could really want. Like I mean, if you want mountains, you got that. If you want to go hiking, you got that. If you want the city life and a big city nightlife, it's got that. It's got beautiful people, beautiful views, everything, man. I mean people say that they don't like Denver, but I don't really understand why.
I think when people say they don't like Denver, like they come to Denver expecting it to be like LA or like New York City because it's like the big city of Colorado, but it's definitely not the same vibe as that. So if
Mm.
you're somebody that totally wants to be just like in that city vibe, then Denver probably isn't the place because I mean, you do get the city vibe with Denver, but at the same time, like Denver is also very welcoming, which I feel like a lot of big cities are not very welcoming. So that can be an adjustment for people too. But also like people are very like outdoorsy and they like to be outside and doing things, whether that's going for a walk or for a hike, like you mentioned, or going paddleboarding or kayaking. Like there is so much to do that I think it's just such a different vibe than a big city like that.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, do your research, I guess.
Yeah.
Get on ChatGPT and like before you move. Carly's moving to Austin and she's doing all the research, which I feel like you should do.
Yep.
And like people complain about the dating in Denver and stuff, but like you should know what you're getting into. I feel like men almost come here looking to find themselves a little bit. Like I'm gonna
Hmm.
go find myself in the mountains or whatever. And that kind of plays into their actual life. They're not looking to settle down or
Hmm.
anything. But I guess you should just look into that
Yeah.
before you make the big decision.
Yeah. I two things on that. One, if you are planning to move to a new city, I have found this new thing and it's my new obsession. My roommate actually showed it to me. It's called Hood Maps. I'll put a link in the show notes. But basically you get to put in a city, like whatever city, and this thing shows a map of the city and the different areas of the city, but it describes it the way that locals would describe it. So, for example, I put in Denver, where I live in Denver, they called it like old people Denver,
Which is very accurate.
which is very accurate. And then in Austin, some of the places that I was looking, like one of them was like single people with dogs. And I was like, oh, perfect. That's like totally my jam. But so, like, that's another way that you can go because sometimes from an outside perspective, it's hard to see like which areas are good, which areas are safe. But that's actually a cool one that I think is pretty accurate based on how Denver is described.
Yeah.
So, that's a really cool resource.
Hood maps.
Hood maps.
It
Yeah.
almost sounds like gangster.
I know. It's
The
so
hood,
the
man.
hood. And then the second thing you brought up was the dating. And so I think there is a lot of confusion about dating in Denver. And I think part of this is because of what you described. People come here and it's kind of a transient city, right? People come here expecting to go back to where they're from. They're looking to find themselves or just to try something new.
Hmm.
I think sometimes it works out where they do end up going home, and then sometimes it works out where they end up staying because they fall in love with it. But can we talk a little bit more about that reputation that Denver has as Menver? And if you do listen to like a bunch of stuff about dating, I mean, Denver is always ranked in like top 10, I would say, of like worst cities to date in. So can you explain a little bit more about that from your perspective, why you think that is?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm a man, so I'm gonna
Well,
kind
that's
of
why we want your perspective.
yeah, but from my perspective is that I love dating in Denver, and I guess that kind of feeds into the whole member thing. But I get what I want out of it. I mean, I'm looking for more of like, so I just got out of a relationship. I'm not trying to hop back into anything too deep yet. So I'm more on the casual side of things. And Denver is great for the casual side of things, which I guess is more like man centric. Men are more looking for more casual things than I guess women are looking for more to
Yeah.
settle down a bit.
Mhm.
But what was the question?
Just your perspective.
I just blab on and then forget the question.
Just your perspective on Menver.
My
Yeah.
perspective. I like it, but I have the perspective from a man, so I guess I can't really give the female perspective. I have heard a lot of stories from like you
Yeah.
and my girlfriends where the men here pretty much suck, which I get. Like I have more girlfriends here than I do male friends, just because I feel like all the dudes just think they're way too cool for school, and like that sucks for you guys. And I hope I don't come off that way,
No.
but
Well, it's funny because Paul is like, I think Paul, you're very forward with women when you say like I'm looking for something casual, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. And I think that is like a great place to be. And there's nothing wrong with being at that place where you just want something casual and you just want to have fun for men or for women. Like if you're in that stage, that's like a perfectly fine place to be. But also I think that you do a really good job of being forward about that, but you also do a really good job of being respectful to women and treating them well, even when it is just a casual thing.
Mhm.
And maybe that's just because he has like me and our sister and our mom. I mean, our parents raised us very well, and that's a
You all the
couple,
credit, huh?
of course.
It did help. Growing up with two older sisters definitely helped. I mean, it showed me like the feminine side of things and
Mhm.
how to be respectful to women, definitely.
Yeah. And like, I feel like I mean, you get to hear, like, Paul is one of my best friends. Like, us as a sibling little group, we call each other our sibnibs, but we're like best friends, right? And so, like, Paul has been front row, front and center stage of all of my like relationship drama. You know, he's given me countless numbers of advice or countless pieces of advice when it comes to relationships, and he's seen like all of the times that I've cried because I've been so hurt and all of the times I've been so confused. And so maybe this is me just extrapolating, but I think that probably has given you a different perspective on how to treat women.
Extrapolating. I think that's a
Thank
big
you.
word. Too big for me, man. I work construction, guys. Yeah, I mean, and Cindy too. I've seen both of you guys go through
Mhm.
relationships and like how much it hurts to go through, I guess, relationships with like shitty men. Not
Mhm.
that the men were even shitty. Maybe you guys were just
Mhm.
looking for different things at different times, and there's a
Yeah.
lot that goes into it. But yeah, that definitely helps. And I feel like it helps that I was the younger brother rather than like the older brother growing up with
Younger
like
sisters.
exactly, yeah, because I got to see pretty much everything from when I was 0 years old to
Yeah.
now. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
True. And that's a really good point too that you bring up that like sometimes it's not about them being like a shitty guy. Like sometimes it's just about wanting different things. And I think sometimes as women, we really want to be the person that like a man changes for.
mhm.
And like we want to be the person where it's like if you love them enough, like obviously they're going to choose you, but that's just like not the case because if somebody doesn't want something more serious, nothing that you do as a woman is going to make them want to change that. Like they make that decision for themselves. They decide when they're ready to settle down and to have something more serious. And so if you're going into a relationship, and I had to learn this the hard way, I am speaking from experience. If you go into a relationship or go into dating somebody, this is how situationship starts because maybe this person is telling you that they want something more casual, or maybe their actions are telling you they want something more casual, even if their words aren't. Like, those are important things to pay attention to because if you're sitting there trying to convince them to do otherwise, it's going to lead to a lot of heartbreak because there's nothing, I mean, like I just said, there's nothing that you can do to change that. And it's not that they're a bad person. And I'm assuming part of the reason that you so desperately want to be with them is because they're actually a good person and they're a great person and you love being around them.
Right.
But sometimes it's just a matter of like wanting different things. And when you're in that position, even if you really love this person, if they want something that's different than what you want, then you have to, both for yourself and for that person, be able to let it go, you know, and walk away and find somebody who does want what you want.
Mhm.
Because in the long term, like if you hold on to something that's not working because you want different things, you're going to end up hating each other or resenting each other, having a lot of bitterness that you're going to have to work through. And that's a lot harder than just being dealing with the sadness of it not working out, you know?
Pop off.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of fish in the sea, you know, and it feels like at the time that they're the one for you, but like you can always go find someone else,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, and I feel like the concept of, or I want to know about your opinion about the concept of like the one. What is your opinion on that?
I almost feel like soulmates don't exist
Okay.
in a way because like there's 7, 8 billion people on the world. The odds that the odds that you are in the same state, same whatever, same exact time as your soulmate is just like pretty crazy to think about. But maybe you just like choose your soulmate, you know what I mean? Like when you're ready, you kind of like choose the person that you want to settle down with. If they have the right characteristics and the right traits that match you,
Mm-hmm.
then you choose to love them in a way, I guess.
Yeah. Hi, Love Bug. I've got a juicy little gift for you. And if you've been feeling off, stuck in your head, or like your vibe just is not vibing lately, then this is for you. I created a free guide called The Three Secrets to Creating a Magnetic Energy Shift right now. And it's exactly what you need to start shifting your energy instantly. These are the exact tools I use with my private coaching clients when they're ready to stop chasing and start attracting. We're talking powerful, we're talking practical, and yes, of course, we are talking a little bit woo, but in the best possible way. In the guide, you will learn how to clear energetic blocks, activate your most irresistible frequency, shift into receiving mode, and there's even a bonus secret on how to use your body language to instantly boost your confidence and presence. So, if you're ready to feel like the version of you who turns heads, magnetizes opportunities, and walks through the world like the main character, then this is your sign. Head to the show notes and click the link to download your free copy. It is quick, it is powerful, and it is going to leave you feeling like, damn, I really am that girl. All right, let's get back into the episode. I think I agree with that because I mean, I do believe in soulmates, but I think it's
You
more
would.
more so but it's more
Great. So,
so along the lines of like what you're saying of like it's not like this one person is your soulmate and if it doesn't work, you missed your chance at being with your soulmate. That's not what I believe in.
mhm.
Like I believe that all my friends are my soulmates. I believe that like you, Cindy, mom and dad are my soulmates. Like I even believe that the people that break our hearts are in a way like in our soulmates because they're helping us learn more about ourselves, especially those really hard heartbreaks. Like you get so much closer to the truth of who you are after a heartbreak like that. But I feel like in a romantic sense, our soulmates are the people that, as you said, are the people we choose to make it work with because one, we're ready to make it work with someone, but two, we love who they are, we love their values, we love how they show up in the world, we love how they treat us, we just love everything about them, and then we choose to make it work with them because I mean, no relationship is going to be easy. Like,
Yeah.
there's always going to be hard parts about relationships. And if you lean too heavily on this, like, soulmate concept, you can, like, very easily go into this toxic thought process of, like, well, if they're my soulmate, it shouldn't be this hard. Like, if they're my soulmate, like, I shouldn't be having these issues with them. And, like, at the same time, like, people are human. You know, like, there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be growing pains with any relationship that you have.
Mhm. Yeah, and to branch off of that, I feel like everyone you do meet, you meet them for a reason. And like every situation you go through, it happens for a reason. Just because there is so many things that could happen, the thing
Hmm.
that's happening to you right now, learn something from it. You know what I mean? Like live in the present. The past and the future don't exist. So live in the present moment and like learn lessons from whether it's a person or a situation that you're going through. Just use it to
Yep.
help you out.
Yep. And I'm a firm believer that like the universe will send us the same lesson over and over again until we truly do learn our lesson in that area, right?
I would agree with
Like, it could be with relationships, it could be with friendships, it could be with like your career. If
that.
you're experiencing the same patterns over and over and over again, we'll keep it focused on dating just because that's what we're talking about at this current moment. But if you are experiencing the same pattern over and over and over again in dating, let's say it's somebody that like doesn't want a relationship and like you're investing emotionally into this person even though you do want a relationship, that's a pattern that you have control over, right?
Right.
But you do have to like search inward about like, okay, like why am I attracting these guys that don't want relationships? Why am I accepting certain behaviors and certain actions from these guys when I know they don't want relationships and I do? And like what can I do moving forward to have better boundaries to make it so when somebody tells me that they don't want a relationship, that I can actually move forward and find somebody who does. Those are like very clear actions that you have 100% control over for your own life to help you get out of that pattern.
Yeah, you can like choose your own life for sure.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's like manifestation thing, but you can choose your problems. Like you're always going to have problems in life, but you can choose your problems. You can either choose the whatever, like going back to the career thing, you can either choose the not have money because you didn't put the effort in, or you can choose to put the effort in and have a lot of money, but your problem is you're a little bit busy. Same
Mhm.
thing like with a relationship. You can choose to be with a bad guy that doesn't support you in any way,
Mhm.
or you can choose to be with a good guy.
Yeah.
And that's not even a problem at that point.
Yeah.
Just choose to be with a good guy.
Yeah, you choose to be with a good guy, but I guess what you could say the like quote unquote problem in with that is that you also are going to have to elevate yourself in order to be with a good guy.
Yeah.
Like in order to be with a good guy, like you need to be a good woman. That's like a kind of on the same level and same in reverse. Like if you're a guy that wants to be with a good woman, then you have to elevate yourself to that level that she's at. So like it goes both ways, you know. So I guess that could be the quote unquote problem.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have. I have to better myself. What a bad problem. Like,
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a good point too. Like when you're with a good person, like they are going to push you to be better. You know, they're not going to let you just slide with your shitty behavior.
right.
Like they're going to call you out when you're being a jerk and they're
Hmm.
going to call you out when you're being like when you're being bad to yourself also, you know.
Hmm. For sure, for sure. They're gonna make you go to the gym in the morning. They're gonna make you do
Mhm.
hard things.
Yep.
But life's all about doing hard things. I feel like discipline, the more disciplined you are in a sense, the more successful you're gonna be. Like you gotta do the hard things, put in the work, and life will end up working out for you.
Hmm. Yeah, totally. So what are your favorite like what do you look for in a woman? Whether that's casual, whether that's something for long term, or do you look for different things when it's casual versus long term?
Um, yeah, well, she's gotta have a nice butt, obviously. And be fit and all that stuff. But as far as casual goes, not to sound shallow here, but I mean, if you're attractive and you're like somewhat easy to talk to, at that point, it's just like, let's get it. But, but as far as like long term goes, yeah, I definitely have a lot of non-negotiables. You have to just like the biggest one is just be a good person, be
Mhm.
respectful, you know what I mean? Have good ethics, have a job, have a car. I know that's like not the highest standards in the world, but it's definitely something which some people don't have. Like
Right.
especially women, I feel like you go after dudes. Oh, he doesn't have a car and he has like a criminal record. That's the one for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't do that.
What other standards do I have? You're putting me on the spot here.
Well, I feel like the standards that you're talking about also like speak to deeper values, right?
Hmm.
So like when you're talking about somebody that wants to be fit, a good byproduct of that. Did you hear that noise my mouth just made?
Was that you? I didn't hear it. I heard the siren. I'm surprised Rufus isn't making a siren sound.
Yes, he's outside.
Oh, that was him doing
That
it.
was him.
Oh,
Oh
gotcha.
no, my mouth made like a weird like noise.
Yeah, she's a weirdo. It's fine.
Oh, tough. So like back on topic, when you're like talking about somebody who's fit, like obviously having a nice body is a byproduct of that, right? And like
Right.
we all like wanna look good and feel good in our bodies.
Keep
But
going. I'm gonna go shut that door real quick.
okay, I'll wait till you get back.
All right, back to it. We had to shut the door. Scott was
Yeah.
barking.
There was lots of dog stuff happening.
Dog stuff. I love it. That's another good problem to have.
Yeah,
Dog
dog
stuff.
stuff.
Let's go.
Um, but like the healthy body, the fit body is a byproduct of that. But also, I feel like some of the underlying values of being fit is that like you're showing that you're willing to do hard things and like right now in exchange for a long-term benefit. Like you care about your health,
Hmm.
you care about your well-being, you care about your appearance, which is something that doesn't like when you say you care about your appearance, like you care about how you present yourself to the world and you care about your own self and your own self-esteem,
Health, well-being,
your health, your
all of it.
well-being.
Yeah.
So what are some of those like values that you look for in a person? And it could be romantic or it could be like even in just like a friendship, like what you look for like with people you just like surround yourself with.
Kind of the same thing as before. I mean, if you're like an asshole to people, and that like shines through, even if you're like fake nice, we have a little like whatever bullshit detector in our brain where like I feel like most of us can see through fake nice. Just yeah, be a good person and be willing to do, I guess, just good things,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah. On this topic, so If y'all have been here for a while, you know that I have a TikTok and Instagram, all of that kind of stuff, in addition to the podcast and in addition to my website, just to help get all of this information out there. I've been posting a lot more recently because I'm trying to be better and more consistent about that. But I've noticed that there's a lot of like a lot of angry people in the comments, and there's a lot of people that like spew a lot of hate. I know that like the haters come first, but I think a lot of this is related to like those extreme ends of the spectrum. So like women that like absolutely hate men and like men that absolutely hate women.
Hmm.
We can get into the psychology behind all of that later, but what is your perspective on like why that is and like what people can do to like not let themselves get to that point of this extreme hatred for each other?
Why it is. I mean, that probably is a very deep question that like roots back to their childhood and stuff. You know what I mean? They had something happen to them. Maybe their mom was really mean to them, so they have like a deep
Mhm.
hatred for just all women at this point. But as an adult, you just gotta, I don't like people that are just like, oh, that's who I am. You gotta change and grow through that stuff. Like whatever, go to therapy, do whatever you gotta do to like get past that barrier because
Mhm.
you're gonna have, I don't care if you hate women, you gotta deal with women, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And like it's part of like growing up that you should
Mhm.
mhm.
I feel like the like contradiction that I see in a lot of people that are like on these extreme ends is that like they want to be in relationships with the opposite gender, but then they're also sitting here saying how much they hate that gender. And so if you're sitting here and you have this really deep-seated hatred for that gender, like those are two contradicting thoughts. And you're never going to get what you want when you have two like fighting thoughts like that in your belief system. So
Maybe they're just homosexual.
they
Maybe
might
they
be
just
homosexual. I mean, that
get
could
down
be
to
it. It could be it.
it.
That could be that they're like bi or they're homosexual and they like haven't accepted that about themselves yet. But I think part of it also is just like what you were talking about, where like you need to work through the issues that you have and the hatred that you have in order to call in the healthy relationship that you're looking for. Because if you hate somebody, like you were saying, people have a bullshit detector. People have a detector for like the energy you're bringing. So if you're on a date with women or with a woman and you like hate women, like
Mhm.
they're going to be able to pick up on the subtle cues that you are throwing out there and like the subtle jabs that you make towards women. Or like even the opposite too, if you hate men and you're on a date with a man and you're throwing out these subtle jabs or these like weird comments about men, like people pick up on that, and a healthy person isn't going to want to be with somebody who like hates them essentially, like hates an essential part of who they are.
Right.
Like I am female, I am a male.
Yeah.
Like what do you mean?
Please don't hate me for what I am.
Like I was born this way.
I was born this way.
Let's flip the topic a little bit. So I feel like we've talked a lot about dating, so thank you for all your insights on that. I think it always helps women to hear it from a man's perspective,
Yeah.
dating.
I mean, I'm not like the best relationship coach in the world, but I can give a little input,
I mean, your
put my
advice
two
has
cents
helped
in.
me. Your advice has helped me because I guess we'll talk about this for a second too. Like I feel like sometimes, at least talking from personal experience, we can get so caught up on like this one thought process when it comes to dating. And we can get so caught up in our grief that it's nice to have somebody that just tells you the truth about how it is, you know? And like you have been that person for me. For example, right after the last breakup I went through, I was really kind of in this like annoyed state just like at people in general, but like also like kind of towards men.
And it showed.
And it showed, and Paul called me out on it. And I was like, no, I'm not. And then I thought about it, I was like, oh my God, he was right. Like I was showing up that way. So it was like, it's nice to have somebody around that will call you out when you're being that type of person that you don't want to be, you know?
Everyone needs someone like that in their life, whether it's a friend, a parent.
Mhm.
You need someone who's gonna call you on your bullshit, or you just like run wild and end
Yeah.
up being not a good version of yourself,
Yeah. And I think the people that love us the most will call us out on our
Mm,
bullshit because they want us to be the best versions of ourselves.
right. I guess before we get off the dating topic, I do want to say one thing. Like, it is really like easy to make it so serious, but it's not that deep. I say just like enjoy it. Like even if you go on a bad date or something, just like turn that bad date into a good date. I
Hmm.
feel like situations, they're neither good nor bad until you in your mind put like that label on it of good or
Yeah.
bad. So if you're gonna put a label on it either way, make it a good label.
Hmm.
And like we live on a floating rock, nothing is that serious. Just like enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Make everything a positive experience
Yeah.
if you can.
Yeah. And something that Paula has said to me before is like, because I can get like kind of serious when it comes to dating.
As you should at
As I
times,
should at times, but also like as you're looking for the right one, like make sure to have fun.
It's like as you're looking for Mr. Right, don't forget to have fun with Mr. Wrong.
That and
So,
that's like so I love that because it's so true. Like let yourself have fun. Like not everything has to be so serious, like you're saying.
right. Yeah, that's just a good way to go through life, whether it's dating or anything. Just like have fun with it, man. It's not that serious. The more fun you can have, the more you'll probably attract more fun people. You give the
Yeah.
energy. What's that saying? Like you get out what you put in, as far as like energy goes. So if
Yeah.
you have this like happy-go-lucky, nothing is all that bad energy, then you'll attract that, and it's just a snowball effect at that point. You'll just end up
Hmm.
getting happier, happier, and happier. I feel
Yeah.
like we're both learning to do that.
Yeah.
And like get your sunlight, get your activity in. We're pretty much just a big plant, in my
Yep.
opinion. So drink your water, get your sunlight, breathe fresh air, you know?
Yep. If you're feeling sad and dragged down and angry for no reason, drink some water, eat a banana, and go for a walk, please.
Eat a
That's
banana.
really all you have to do.
No deeper meaning behind the eat a banana part.
It's a deeper meaning.
Oh,
Just,
we're talking about dating and stuff. Come on
I
now.
mean, I guess you could eat a banana in that way too. I'm sure that would help a little
It
bit
probably
in
would
some
help.
cases.
At least that dopamine, girl. All right, what next?
Should we do like a rapid fire?
Rapid fire. Uh-oh.
Let's
Let's
do
do
a
it.
rapid fire questions. Dog or cat person or both?
Oh, definitely. I'd say both, but dog more.
Okay.
And I feel like if you're a cat person, not quite a red flag, but definitely like a yellow flag, you know?
Yellow flag,
Yellow
why?
flag. It's just, I don't know. Cat, most of the people that say they are a cat person through and through that I've met end up being a little bit weird, you
Like they
know?
don't like dogs at all and they like hate
Right,
cats.
exactly.
Okay, I feel like the exception to that is if you like were attacked by a dog or something when you were a kid. That's like legit.
That is legit. But grow through it.
Grow through it.
Yeah, work through that dog attack. Not all dogs are bad. Man, what a good metaphor. Just like men, not all dogs are bad.
Claps. Favorite color.
Favorite color. So I was listening to actually your podcast. When I was growing up, my favorite color was green, but
Mhm.
now I think it's kind of changing towards blue a little bit. Maybe
Okay.
like a greenish blue, and that's okay to change,
Yeah.
like you were saying.
Yeah, it is okay to change. What
Yeah.
Paul's referencing, I was talking about how when I was a kid in a different episode, my favorite color used to be like blue or pink,
Mhm.
but now it's like 100% burnt orange.
Which is a very good color.
Thank you.
Love me a good burnt
Oh,
orange.
the blue green.
Yes. A
Yeah.
little aqua, something like that.
Aqua.
We call it an aquamarine. Love me an aquamarine.
Which I think is that's actually your birthstone
It
too.
is.
Yeah.
Man, it's all coming together.
You're
I'll make
owning
it.
it to yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Favorite vacation spot.
Ooh, that's a toughie because I haven't been on very many vacations. As far as the vacations I have been on, Costa Rica was really cool. Can't beat that. I mean, you got the beach, just so much like cool wildlife. You got the rainforest. Really fun there. But as far as like places I want to travel, definitely want to go to like Patagonia because just for like the
Yeah.
scenery. I want to visit like places in Africa.
Is Patagonia the one that's like at the very bottom that's closest to like Antarctica that you can get?
You're asking me questions I don't
I
know.
think that's what it is.
It's something.
It's
It's
something.
something cool. I know that much.
Seen
TikTok.
pictures of it.
Yep. Seen some TikToks that are pretty cool. I want to visit parts of Africa just for the culture.
Hmm.
We're Polish and German, so I want to
Hmm.
visit Poland and Germany just to like get back to the roots.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. And I'm gonna focus on that a lot more in the coming year. I'm even thinking about like moving back in with my parents and saving some money, which is okay to do also, just to because I want to go travel and see the world. Like this is such a big world
Yeah.
to live on. It doesn't make sense to like stay in your hometown or your home state or
Hmm.
see as much as you can while you're
Yeah.
young and you can.
Yeah.
So
That is such a good point too. Like, do not let the expectations of society and what society says is success like block you from doing what you actually want to do. And like mainstream, it's like I don't think as much now.
house by
Like you
30,
should
no
have
debt.
no debt. Like it's looked down upon to move back in with your parents. Like blah blah blah. None of that matters. That's all arbitrary. Like who even set that standard anyways? Who cares? Like with your example, you want to travel, so you're doing what you got to do to let yourself travel and let yourself do it comfortably so you can actually enjoy it. Like, do what you want to do with your life. Stop thinking about what other people will think about you doing what you want to do with your life. As long as you're not harming anybody else, go for it.
Yeah.
Like, do what you got to do. Even when it comes to relationships, like, Different relationship setups work for different people. There's not just one size fits all for anything when it comes to career or lifestyle or relationship or friendships or whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
do what makes you happy.
Yeah. It's so easy to compare yourself to other people, but I feel like your body has a way of telling you what feels right to you. And like, don't compare yourself to other people. If you're doing something that feels great to you, do it. I get there's that saying, the grass is always greener on the other side, but like to add to that, just don't look at the other side and you
Yeah.
realize that the grass that you have here is pretty damn green too. The
Yeah.
grass is green where you water it, to sound cliche.
Yeah. And you have no idea, maybe the grass is greener over there because it's turf.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know if it's real grass or not, you don't know if it's actually what you want.
Yeah. Could be fake.
Could be fake.
100%. I should rapid fire you. What can I ask you? Favorite breakfast?
Favorite breakfast? Um, Eggs Benedict or biscuits and gravy.
Ooh, love me a good eggs Benedict. Man, that's a good one.
Yeah.
See, it depends on the mood I'm in. It's if it's like savory, I do you can't go wrong with biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
If I'm in like more of a sweet mood, Belgian waffles.
Oof.
Ooh,
Yeah.
here's a good one. Pancakes or waffles?
Definitely
Waffles.
waffles.
Anyone that says pancakes, yellow flag.
Yeah, yellow flag. But what about, okay, pancakes, waffles, or crepes?
Crepes. It depends on what you're putting in the crepe.
Yeah, true.
It
Depends on the
does.
crepe.
She makes a good crepe.
Thank you.
Yep, yep.
Favorite
Um,
hobby?
Favorite hobby. It's gonna sound so like whatever, nose to the grindstone type thing, but work. I enjoy my work so much. It is my favorite hobby. Like I get home from work and I'm honestly like sad that I'm not working anymore. And it has its days where it's like, fuck this, I want to quit. But
Mhm.
I do love work. I
I think that's
also,
good.
yeah, I enjoy, not to sound like the typical like Colorado man, but snowboarding, hiking, fishing, outdoors, all that stuff.
Well, I mean, if you're in Colorado, you're here
Right.
for a reason,
Exactly.
right?
Right.
Like, you gotta, that's like something too. Like, you gotta expect the type of person to live in that type of place, right? Like,
Oh,
if you're in LA, that's gonna be a way different person living there probably than somebody who is living in Colorado and somebody who's living in the mountains.
right. Their favorite hobby is gonna be making videos on their phone,
Yeah.
which that can be fun too.
Yeah.
Like to
Yeah.
each their own.
Yeah.
Don't compare yourself to them like we just touched on.
Yeah. Also, like, if I think it's great that you love your job. I think it's great that you love doing that. I wish more people, and I'm sure more people wish they had that. And
Yeah.
I am of the belief that if people do what they love to do, then the money is going to come naturally to them
Hmm.
as they're doing what they're going to do. Obviously, as you said, there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be the rough patches, there's going to be days that you fucking hate it. But as you do what you love to do, like the money is going to come.
Yeah. Yeah, because you actually enjoy doing it and you actually put
Mhm.
effort into it,
Yeah.
so that
And
definitely.
people can feel that. People can
Right.
feel that energy when you're at your job and you like actually really love it.
Yeah.
Favorite guilty pleasure TV show?
Ooh. Honestly, I really like Ozark. I found myself going back to Ozark quite a bit, like every whatever year or something. And Alone, for some reason, it's like my comfort show that I watch before going to bed or whatever, because it's just like super calming and relaxing. And I like to like put myself in their shoes. If I was like alone, could I last
Yeah.
100 days and win $1 million? I'm delusional, and I think that I definitely could.
Oh yeah, same. On
We
Alone.
talked about it. She watched the Australia one, and then she's like, I could totally do this. And then she saw some girl stab a kangaroo, and she's like, nah, I
Yeah,
can't do this.
she literally jumped on her. She was going to the bathroom all the night and like pounced on it.
How could I see you doing that though?
If I go feral,
Right.
honestly, like if I'm in the woods for 100 days, maybe I would go feral, and then it's game over for everybody.
All the kangaroos better watch out. They see Carly coming, they better hop away, man.
Really, I think I would like get adopted by like a wolf or something, and like they would welcome me into their wolf pack, and they would like help me hunt for food, and we would all like cuddle together, and I would like be warm because I'm surrounded by wolves. And I
Delusional.
would like I would like be able to go fishing and like I've thought about this a lot. I think I would like go fishing. A more naive wolf would befriend me and I would like give it fish and stuff and then it'd bring all of its friends and then we would be in this like yeah,
This like
animals.
little cult, this cult led
The
by Carly.
producers would come and I would just be chilling with the wolves.
I don't want to leave. Sorry, guys, I'm staying.
Can I bring them with me?
You
Put
gotta
them on the
think.
boat.
Yeah, you gotta think that's how dogs actually became domesticated.
Yeah.
Like people would kill something, they leave the scraps. Like, here
Mhm.
you go, little wolf guy.
Yeah.
Then they pet him behind the ear or something and be like, oh, that feels kind of good. I might come stay with you for a
Reach
minute.
that spot myself.
You feed me and pet me? Like, get out.
Like, okay, bet. Okay, best high snack or best like late night drunchy snack or just like you wake up in the middle of the night snack?
Okay, so I definitely have a sweet tooth. And so I live above a Whole Foods. Their snickerdoodles, if you haven't tried them, pop off. That's definitely a late night snack that I have. I also just discovered crumbled cookies, and that's been my thing for like the past 3 weeks. I just like can't get enough of them. They're 1,000 calories per cookie, but worth it. 100%, 100% worth it. What you got? What's your favorite late night snack?
If I'm high, I really like something that's like both sweet and salty.
Hmm.
Sometimes I like to do like, ooh, like a quesadilla or something, but then I'll also like to have like chocolate with it and like switch off between bites.
Are you pregnant? That's a pretty weird combo.
Just
Quesadilla and chocolate.
no, just high, just when I'm high. When
Just
I'm
high.
drunk, I like something like really cheesy. So like cheese fries or like nachos or like pizza.
Uh-huh.
If
Coming from the girl that shouldn't be eating cheese, of
yeah,
course. Always want what you can't have, I
always.
guess.
I also have a sweet tooth, so I really like those like from Costco. It's like the salted caramel like chocolates that they have there. It's like the Sanders ones. I really like those.
There you go.
And ice cream and brownies.
There you go.
Yeah.
Winter or summer?
Definitely summer, but I would say I'm more of a fall person now. I
Mm.
really do like fall because you get to like you have days where it's warm, at least in Colorado, and then you also have days where you can like be in a sweater and be all cozy. And then you also have the trees changing outside with all the pretty colors.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go deeper on it, and my favorite season is the season that I'm in at the time. Live in the moment, man.
When
But honestly, for me, like I work a lot in the summer and I enjoy that. And then in the fall, you're leading up to like Halloween and
mhm,
Thanksgiving and Christmas, and
all the
I,
holidays.
yeah, slut for all that.
You whore.
And then winter, I get more time off a little bit, so I get my free time more, which I enjoy. I get to go snowboard and go up to the mountains. And then spring, it's all right. It's cool. Both of our birthdays are in spring.
Well, mine
I
is
guess,
technically
yeah, yeah,
February.
yeah, but it's like I guess spring era,
Yeah.
maybe not technically spring, but like spring-ish.
Yeah.
And
Spring.
so that's like cool about spring. Besides that, spring is probably my least favorite.
Yeah. I feel like at least in Colorado, spring is like you want it to be warm and you get like some days that are warm, but then like the next day you get like snow and then it turns into slush.
Mm-hmm. Pick a side,
Yeah.
Colorado. I
What I
got
do like about spring is like seeing all the little sprouts coming up. I'm
yeah,
like, ooh, it's time.
yeah.
You know, I
Little
love seeing
dominoes on the
everything like
trees.
come to life. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Most used emoji.
Most used emoji is the laughing face with the tears.
Yeah.
I know.
Favorite emoji?
Favorite emoji is the one where it's like kind of like a French hand.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Like picture the French being
Yeah.
my pasta. Like chef's kiss. So that's favorite. Love me a good upside down smiley face. It's kind of just the vibe all around,
Yeah.
like
I like the side eye one. I use that one a lot.
yeah. I love just the eyes. I see you. I see what you're doing.
I see. I've also really taken a liking to the nodding one where it's like, mm-hmm.
Ah, yep,
Yes, I
yep,
like that
yep.
one. Yes, quite.
Our sister just had a baby and she like loves to nod her head like that. And it's the
Yeah.
cutest thing ever when she does it. She's so like dramatic with it too. She's like, I'm gonna break my neck.
Yeah. Even when you're on FaceTime, she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
If you could switch lives with anyone for a day, what would it be? Who would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a thinker right there. There's only one right answer.
What's the right answer?
That you wouldn't switch your life for anyone.
Just for a day.
Just for a day. I'm definitely gonna choose a girl just so I could just know what it's like to be a girl. Play with my boobs a little bit.
I feel like I would have to change my life with a guy too, just to see what that's like.
Right. And it's got to be an attractive girl. I'm not trying to be ugly. Let's go.
Let's go.
Um, you know what? I'm gonna say Ana de Armas just because
Who's
she's a little bit of my celebrity crush. You don't know her?
no.
Well, look her up.
I'll look her up.
Look her up because it's me for a day.
Super. I would probably do something like one of the Hemsworth brothers
Hmm.
or like Henry Cavill.
Mm. I don't know who that is.
That's the guy that played Superman.
Ah,
Yeah.
an attractive man,
Mm-hmm.
an attractive girl.
Mm-hmm.
We're smart with it
Just
at
to see
least.
what it's like.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe Chris Pratt because he's also funny.
Ryan Gosling would be a funny one. That's a weird question though, because would you get their like mindset too, or would you just
And
get their
would you be
thought?
able to take the lessons back with you?
Right, right. Would you just
Yeah,
get the
would you would
bait?
it like be would you like be fighting each other?
Yeah.
Like
Man, this
would
could be a
Chris
whole
Pratt's brain be like, what the fuck are you doing here?
this could be a whole TV series. Like I'm quitting my job. I'm starting a TV series based on this. All the girlies from Girls Night better listen.
What is the most embarrassing thing mom or dad could say about you?
I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Or the most embarrassing. You can say most embarrassing thing you've ever done.
You go
Let
first.
me
I have
give
to
you
think
mine
about
first.
it.
Most embarrassing thing. The thing that makes me feel the most embarrassed, even though there's not really any witnesses to it when I think back on it. I told you this story the other day. But when I was a kid, I had a crush on this guy. And I literally wrote him a love letter and was gonna send it to him in the mail. And he didn't he was an innocent victim. But mom saw it. Our mom saw it. She's like, "What's that letter?" I was like, "Nothing." She's like, "What's in it?" And so I had to tell her. She was like, "No." And I'm sure she like shredded it.
Honestly, props to mom though, because if you
Yeah,
sent
props
that,
to mom.
like,
I would have forever, and I wasn't like super young. I think I was in like middle school, so old enough for it to definitely be weird.
yeah, gotta
I would
love,
have forever been the weird like love letter girl.
gotta love middle school Carly. That was an era right there. Mine, I don't know. Help me out. What do you think my most embarrassing thing was? I don't know. Do I just like not get embarrassed? I don't know.
I don't know. Do you not get embarrassed? I feel like there's things that I look back on that like probably should be embarrassing that like aren't embarrassing to me.
I get like nervous. I wouldn't say embarrassed. I can't think of my most embarrassing moment, which is probably a good thing,
Yeah.
you know?
What's the last thing you Googled?
Should we look it up? I
Yeah.
think it was very boring, but it was like something to help me bid the jobs that are
Oh.
coming up for me. Very boring.
What is the worst date you've ever been on?
Worst.
One word only to describe it.
I guess awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious. We'll talk about this offline. Anyways, that's it, y'all. So I think we're gonna end it there.
I was honored to be, I think, first guy ever.
First guy up, we're on girls' night.
Yeah, I'm like that cool boyfriend that gets to go out with all the girls on
Yeah.
like not getting drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
Very
Our
honored.
honorary girls' night guest.
Whoop.
Whoop.
Let's go.
Any one last piece of advice that you want to leave our listeners with?
Nothing's that deep. Don't take life too seriously. Have fun with it. Do good things. Be a good person. I'll
Heck
leave
yeah.
it at that.
All right. Thanks, Beetle.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you liked what you heard, then go ahead and subscribe so you get updates with us every week. You can also follow us on Instagram at KRC Coaching. If you're interested in working one-on-one, then go ahead and visit our website, krccoaching.com, to book your first 30-minute session for free. All right, thanks so much, you guys. Love you. Bye. Should I keep going or no?
Maybe let him bark.
It's like the last pop of popcorn in the microwave. Like, do I take it out now?
Scott will always be the last popcorn to pop.
I feel like I should do like a bloopers thing for this one.
We have plenty of bloopers for sure.
um, but so what should we talk about next? Should we talk about dogs?
We can talk about dogs.
Okay,
Sure.
so let's